Aquarius, a hurricane has blown through to knock the cobwebs from the corners. Little do you know that you are the hurricane. It is time to know your voice and to know exactly what you bring to the world. Let's do it. Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here, and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So, my Aquarius friends and friends of Aquarius, it's good to see you guys. I know it's been a minute since I've gotten to these signs, and I'm happy to be back. So let's get to your message, okay? I did have some things come through in meditation, and some oracle cards have been pulled, and then we'll get further into your message with tarot. So, Aquarius, the first thing that came through here was like a rock, and then built Ford tough. Not necessarily maybe Ford, whatever, the phrase, okay? Built Ford tough. What I'm getting from this is a reminder, just like I said in the beginning there, of you and your power. Something feels like something's happened, this hurricane blowing the cobwebs out of the corners of our life, of our mind. This could be relationships, thoughts, patterns, the way that we've been living, many different things. Many things, right? This hurricane, though, that force that is the hurricane is you. You are the lightning bolt that's taken down the tower, right? This doesn't maybe feel like this is your power, though. The point of what's going on right now, though, is for you to find your voice or to rediscover your voice and exactly the value that you bring into the world, as I said. So the next thing that came through here was umbrella turned rainbow. Okay, so, and then what came through was Rainbow by Casey Musgraves, and I'll get to that here in a second. But the umbrella, so I was shown this umbrella, and then it turns into a rainbow. This idea of like protection turning into something of beauty, maybe a guarding behavior, protecting from the storm, right? So Rainbow by Casey Musgraves, the part that stood out to me here, and I'll sing a little bit of it here for you. So it's, the sky is finally opened, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, but darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. 'Cause there has been. So it's this behavior of like traumatic response is kind of what I get, or just being used to a certain kind of expectation towards something. Maybe you've been through many difficult situations. You've been weathering the storm for quite some time. And what you're not realizing is that it's not appropriate to hold an umbrella anymore because it's not actually raining. What you're feeling is the memory of this rain or this storm. And I'm not discounting what someone may be going through. This is a general message, okay? But this is what came through as far as what stood out. The next thing that I was shown was the Eye of Ra, which is, I love this duality that's coming through here. The Eye of Ra is a symbol of both protection and destruction that the sun provides. So this dual nature of an experience, right? The sun can both protect, or it can also hurt or harm. Let's get into your message here a little bit further, you guys. So, Citadel Oracle deck is what I felt called to work with. So I did. The first one that came through here is the Painter, productivity and creation. So with the Painter here, this is where I'm getting this, like, know your own voice, to know your own voice and the value that you bring to the world. There is a creation for you to provide, and it's you. You are the creation. What's coming to mind, what's coming to mind is actually a geisha. Walking art, living art, making, not that, you have to dedicate your life to being pleasing in every way to those around you. This is a reminder here, though, that there's nothing more that you need to do to be a piece of art. You already are. I love that. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's move further here. The Founders, the next one that came through. Foundations and community. This is a reminder that we have to lay the foundations in order to build a community. The book talks about somebody maybe asking for help, and this is a situation where you are not in a place to be able to provide that. You are maybe finishing up the tail end of your storm, getting ready to tie it up, take the umbrella down to experience the rainbow. Whatever is going on or whatever place you are in this situation here, it feels very much like the energy that you need is for you right now. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly acceptable. That's perfectly good, okay? The next that came through, the catalyst, radical changes and taking control. And I feel like this is where we are, Aquarius. Meaningful development only comes through change. Looking at that tower energy as well, you are the lightning bolt that takes down the tower. You are the hurricane that's blowing through. You are this force. So there is a little bit of, for some of us here, where we're not seeing our true power and value, or the place that we, the part we play in our own life. Let's get into this a little bit further. Where do we want to go? Animals? You want to... Oh, this first. Okay. I did get a new deck. A few new decks. 555 on the timer. Major life change, you guys. Major change. Major change. Pluto and Aquarius. I feel like this is going to be your energy for a minute because, well, it will be. Let's explore this a little bit further. This is the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. I got this from a friend for my birthday. Thank you, Kristen. Okay. What do we have here for Aquarius, please? What energy does Aquarius need to see to be a part of? Ooh, conception. Conception. Oh my God, that's not the song. Conception, number 16, which is the tower, which is the tower in the tarot. So I'll show this to you here. This is sacred geometry that's meant to have an activating energy to it just by looking at it. But I'm going to read the card here for you as well. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin. Hey, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. Okay, so I do feel like we're being brought back here, Aquarius, to our power. Remember, Simba, remember who you are. It feels like we've lost a bit of not just confidence, but just like feeling our experience. Maybe even some of us to a degree of, you know, remembering that we do belong here. There's nothing that you've done to that was incorrect to warrant the storm that's happening. You just like Pluto and Aquarius here. It's death and rebirth energy that's moving through the freedom-loving sign of Aquarius. This is affecting all of us, but in particular, it's affecting Aquarius, okay? This is just the energy of the moment. And the point of this is to bring us back to our power, okay? Wild Unknown Animal Oracle deck here. So 808. I'm not quite sure what 808 is, if you guys want to look that up, but I've been seeing 808 a lot recently. Bob. We got Bob on the timer, okay? Oh my God. All right. For Aquarius here, general energy to start. What else do they need to know? I think I'm tired. I don't know. Oh, the camel. Perfect. So the camel here is a reminder, well, of inherent power, skill, or ability to weather the storm, to get through the desert. The camel has water in its hump, is able to traverse the desert because it has what it needs to survive. It also regurgitates its food so that it can eat it again for sustenance. So doubling down on that energy of your power, your own experience, your natural, what it is that you do. You are the hurricane, you are the lightning bolt. Although it may feel like this is the other way around because you're in the desert. And I just finished Capricorn. Actually, it was from the desert to dessert. Interesting. If you feel inclined, take a look at Capricorn as well. Keep going. Our job is to continue to go. We can go the distance. You can go the distance. You'll be there someday if you can be strong, right? And you can. Okay, we're in the process of remembering this. So what's blocked here for Aquarius right now? Yes, okay. Turtley, vulture here at the bottom. This is death. This is the transition. This is Pluto, the Pluto energy that's moving through your sign. We must allow that to happen. We can't get in the way of death. I mean, we can try, but then the tower comes through. The elk is what's blocked for you here. 10-10 on the timer also. The elk is the divine masculine principle. Taking action is what I get from this. So taking action towards something is blocked, or you're feeling blocked in taking action, moving towards something. What I feel is that you're already, like I'm seeing this camel is on a track here, going through the desert. It's interesting. You want to get off this track though, but there's an intention in being on this right now. So this is the action that you want to break free. You've got to break free, but not right now. Okay. What I'm getting is these tracks are actually, they're for your safety. You can't see though that there is a track. Oh, totally. Okay. When we are looking for our path, whatever this means, our purpose, our dharma, what we want that to be, what we discover it to be, and everything in between, we get glimpses of where is best for us to go we feel out where this path is. And then there's a point where it disappears. And that's because we're on the path. And that's what I feel like you guys are doing right now. You're on the path, and there may be some discomfort. The action you want to take is to go to where it is that you've been feeling your path is, because you can't feel it right now. And that's because you're on it. Just to trust this, okay? Get into this a little further. What does Aquarius need at this time? Okay, yeah. Earthworm here at the bottom. So there is a requirement. Interesting. Well, yeah, and starting new again here after death into rebirth. This is Pluto energy, like I said. Allowing ourselves to be new at something. Quit being so hard on yourself. Oh my goodness, Aquarius. Feel free. I'd love to hear what's going on, you guys. Being conscientious towards triggering other people's traumas is important to me here on my channel, but I do love to hear what you have going on as well. So what you need at this time is the Cobra. And this is an energy of wait or pause. When the student's ready, the teacher doth appeareth, okay? So interesting that we have action blocked, and what is needed is to wait. Like I said, I really feel you guys, you're on the path that you need to be on, especially if you're feeling like you've lost your way. It's because you're on the path. Okay. All right, let's move into this a little further. Do we want any more Oracle? Okay, this is a new deck too here. The Star Codes Astro Oracle. How many? Just one? Two? Okay, 4 Aquarius here. What else does Aquarius need to know at this time? Energy, part of this mission. Your mission. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is Pluto. It's like there's an echo in here. Okay, Pluto, rebirth. So we're moving through that birth canal into rebirth. Death is what has happened here. And the intention, I feel, is to show you your value, to show you your worth, to show you your power. What else here, please, Spirit? Oh, that's too funny. My gosh. Mars. Motion. So this is an energy of, like war, passion. I feel like, as we're talking about the energy being blocked here of motion, this is highlighting to me that maybe there is some anger even towards wanting to move or not wanting to move. Like maybe you've had to literally move. It feels like there are some actions that are being taken that are not necessarily what you want or that you feel that you want. I feel like these are the intermediary steps that are bringing you towards whatever it is that you do want. We forget about all those pieces in between when we're working to manifest something. We got to take those steps, and some of them may not make sense in the moment. Because you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. I'm feeling musical today. Okay, where do we want to go here, Spirit? Deviant Moon, horror? Horror, okay. We'll start with the horror. This is a new tarot deck here too. The horror tarot. The rural juror. Horror tarot here, please, for Aquarius. So we'll start with your hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams for Aquarius, please. 15 on the timer here too. 15 is the devil card. I feel like we're coming through the shadow. A bit of a dark night of the soul. Justice here at the bottom. Being your hopes and dreams. You're hoping for, and this is, okay, I'll show this to you too. I did feel called to. I shuffled it. Never mind. It was Libra. Libra was showing up here the first time I shuffled that. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Libra is justice, was my point. So being your hope here, you're hoping for something to rebalance. This could even have something to do with something legally. Someone got their license taken away. Interesting. You'll get it back. Okay, you'll get it back, whoever that's for, all right? You're hoping for balance to come back. Come back. Come back. What movie is that from? Deviant Moon, okay. Deviant Moon here for your second deck. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Fear. Fear, aversion at this time. There's death here, okay. Death coming through. Pluto, energy, again. Over and over again. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Page of Wands, being your fear aversion. I do feel like this is getting excited, feeling that excitement towards a new journey or towards creating something new. I feel like, especially being on these stilts here, you're hoping for balance with justice coming through. And there's also a fear or aversion towards balancing it out. Maybe you feel like you're walking on an oil slick on stilts here in stilettos, right? Right. Okay. Let's move forward. General energy for Aquarius at this time. Strength is what comes through. Love winning over hate. I do feel there is something tumultuous happening. Could be loss of a job, having to move, like I said, loss of home. I don't feel like, not that everybody's situation is the same. I don't feel like this is something where you haven't found somewhere else to land or to move. It just is not ideal. It does not feel like it is what you want. But like I said, there's something about these intermediary steps that are actually bringing you to what you want. Especially at the end of this 20-year cycle of Pluto being in your sign, you're going to be feeling much, much better after all of that. Not that there aren't wins to experience in between then. I just mean overall, it's going to be like the best sigh you've ever released, right? Courage, strength, okay? Right now, having faith. Because you got to have faith. Clarifying this here, okay? Three of Swords. Strength and Three of Swords. Love winning over hate here. This is heartbreak. Loss, pain, stormy emotions. I do feel like we're feeling lost, Aquarius, like I said. We can't find the path anymore, and that's because we're on it. It may be dark. We can't see around us at all, but we're on the path. We're on the right track, as they say. We're on the right track with the camel here. Or the only track that is a track. Does that track? Love winning over hate here, though, you guys. I feel like there is a metamorphosis inside of our heart. Inside of our hearts. This doesn't feel good right now, though. Where do we want to go here? A crow? A crow. For general energy, 1919 on the timer. For Aquarius at this time. Anything else here? Warning. Ooh. What I'm getting is towards manifestation. Luck here at the bottom. Warning. Luck is on the way. I do love that. Okay. Luck is not, ooh. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity, right? I feel like the warning coming through here, that makes sense with strength and the Three of Swords. The warning is there's an opportunity coming forward here soon that you can certainly miss, especially being lost in grief. This isn't saying to not grieve whatever has been lost. It's saying to also pay attention. Fear at the bottom here, expecting the worst, afraid of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts. I feel like something about the thoughts towards manifestation. What else here, please, on the warning? Advice. What do we need to know, please, for Aquarius? Patience. Manifestations are on the way, y'all. So I do feel like a big part of the warning here is to watch, that hurricane blowing the cobwebs out. Let the cobwebs be blown to smithereens, okay? Smithereens, Dane, smithereens. Let's look at good stuff. What is coming for Aquarius at this time? The good stuff. Knight of Swords. Ooh. I do feel a bit of rapid recovery. Ooh, okay. There's a quick moving energy to the Knight of Swords. Something coming into your defense. Being able to lay down that weapon or to lay down that defense. Back to the umbrella analogy in the beginning there. There is a storm that blew through. But along the same lines of the manifestation, it's like you're still recoiling from whatever's happened. And this is sending out a frequency along with the thoughts and reliving the moment that is calling in that manifestation or affecting the manifestation. Going with that flow, going with this flow here, which was a part of the Capricorn reading too. If you feel called to watch it, it's not the same theme here, but if you have Capricorn in your chart too, take a look. Take a look. It's in a book. The Reading Rainbow. Oh, I love it. I mean, the rainbow can symbolize like a promise too in Judeo-Christian pantheon, right? Like a promise for the flood to not happen again. Okay, we'll explore that a little further. 22:22 on the timer. The High Priestess came through here. The High Priest, okay. This highly spiritual nature, subconscious secrets coming forward. I feel like this is a part of the, like we're talking about watching the thoughts. These cobwebs need to be blown hard, okay? Blown away. I need to go to bed. Oh my goodness. The High Priestess is the go-between the conscious and the subconscious realms. She knows all, having access to the subconscious, but she doesn't always share everything. This is a time here where she is sharing it. She's here to share because sharing is caring. Okay, what is this that, where do you want me to go here? Starseed? What is she sharing? What is she sharing? Ooh, do you want these? Yes, no? Yes? No, okay. Okay. I'm sorry, first of all. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs, and uprooting comes through. I feel like this is attached to whatever this Three of Swords was. Relationship ending, job, somewhere you lived, something that understandably has hurt deeply. I feel like there is this loop behavior, though, like I said. In this deck in particular, the Deviant Moon, they're touching that sword. And there's this like, oh dear, which I'm not being diminutive towards pain and painful experiences. They're touching this sword of their own volition. Rather than pulling it out, they're touching the tip. They're causing more pain. That's what the High Priestess is coming through to show you, this cycle. I remember also came through. I remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destined life. The reason that the High Priestess is coming through to show this to you, and that Knight of Swords, I feel like this is, defenselessness came through. You're being asked to lay the sword down, but I do feel like there's also this energy that's coming to your aid or to your defense. This is why you're able to let the guard down or to put the sword down. I feel like there is a space of recovery, rapid recovery, like I said, that's being opened up for you here. But the fated life to the destined life, we all start off with certain details of our life that are not necessarily meant to be a part of our destined life. Making that transition, though, is difficult. And many people don't do it. But you're Aquarius, right? Remember who you are. You're Aquarius. You're making this transition. I love this, you guys. Okay, so let's look at what you don't see coming. Something unexpected here in the situation. Ooh, Four of Wands. You guys, Four of Wands here. So crossing a major threshold. This is a major accomplishment of some sort. A reason to celebrate. Could be a wedding for some of you. This doesn't necessarily feel like a love reading. But if that's where you are in life, this could be the accomplishment. But this is celebrating with our kindred spirits. Those that we love and that love us too. What you don't see at this time is you're a fucking winner. You will win. And this makes sense that you don't see it right now because there is a need to step out of the cycle. Okay? What else here and what's unexpected? Queen of Swords. Interesting. So in this deck in particular, she's holding the two swords. There's a drop of blood that's coming off of one, and then she's shedding a tear. The Queen of Swords can symbolize a behavior of mourning. And in this deck in particular, I'm pulling that from this. Getting through this mourning. I'm seeing this as like two of the swords have been pulled as far as the Three of Swords go. No matter what's happened to us as far as pain goes, we are the ones who are responsible for healing that. As dastardly, diabolical, nefarious as that pain was, whoever caused it, we are the only ones who can actually do anything about that. And the Queen of Swords knows that. So it's like what you don't see coming here, there is a great success, an accomplishment, whatever it is that you're struggling with right now. It's not necessarily coming with a smile while you're doing this. Once you cross this, there is a smile. There's lots of smiles. But what you don't see here is you still taking action while there is pain. Yes. Yes. Okay, what else here, please, for Aquarius? Do you want a crow? For Aquarius, what we don't see coming. What is unexpected? Territory. I feel this is new territory, you guys, with the Four of Wands there, like I said, crossing the finish line. Greener pastures. Ooh, I like that. I do feel like this is unexpected, though, because it hurts right now. You're still in this process of taking the swords out, facing the truth on something. Ooh. The Queen of Swords speaks the truth. She receives the truth. This is what's most important to her. She doesn't discount emotions, but she chooses the truth over how somebody may feel, even how she may feel. I feel like you guys are facing something that has been like a long time coming sort of thing, like maybe even a lifelong struggle or loss. Lovers. Ooh. Celebration, though, at the bottom. Good times come from hard work, time spent in good company. This is coming, you guys. It's coming. Lovers, a passionate connection, shared vision, and value. This could be what it is that you're mourning. Whether this is the ending of a relationship recently or long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. Lovers, okay. This could also, okay. The Queen of Swords. So what I'm asking here with those two swords is, where's the other sword? It's still here in the heart, but that one sword, the Ace of Swords, symbolizes the truth. Complex thought and getting caught on that. The Lover's card can symbolize a need to make a decision. We're at a crossroads. The choice that we have to make is what we want to do versus what it is maybe we feel we have to do or what we're expected to do. And this feels like something you've been doing for a while. Less what you want to do, maybe, and more what you feel is expected of you. And because of that, because because you're feeling that that hurricane is outside of you and is not you, maybe allowing other people to make decisions for you or accepting things that you shouldn't be accepting, that is where that sword is, okay? Okay. Choose you, boo-boo. Choose you. Let's look at your challenge. What is the most challenging component for you at this time? 5 of Cups. So this is disappointment and regret. Whatever this is that's been lost or had to be removed, walked away from, ended, is represented by the 3 cups here. And this is just one chalice, but 3 cups are spilled. 2 cups are behind us. We're focusing on what's been spilled. The thing is, whatever's been spilled, we did not have a taste for anyway. It's this anymore. I think I said that. It's this behavior of just wanting something that we can't have. So the challenge here is to recognize that. This is part of the truth that the Queen of Swords is seeking. This is a part of that Ace of Swords too, to turn around. Turn around. Those 2 cups behind you, like the founder here, foundations and community, we were saying there is a need to put effort and work into building a foundation in order to experience this community, which is the 2 of Cups, connection behind us. Okay, what else here in the challenge? 9 of Cups as well. This, I feel, is what's waiting here in the 2 of Cups. That founder. The 9 of Cups can symbolize a child. The Queen of Swords in particular, when we're talking about this mourning component, it is more specific to like losing a child. Whoever that may apply to, I am sorry. This could be a literal or metaphoric death. The ending of the relationship in the way that it was. But 9 of Cups here is a heart's wish being made. There's that genie there. A wish granted. The difficult thing about this is we have to turn from whatever's been lost, whatever we're feeling disappointment or regret towards. Those energies are what's coming through in the manifestations here. The warning towards watching our thoughts. And not just our thoughts, but the way we're engaging with them. The way that we're engaging with our emotions, which are an effect of our thoughts, right? The way that we're putting action into our own life. Or using lack of action to our benefit. It's all the swing of the pendulum. From light to shadow, light to shadow. What else here, please, as far as the challenge goes? I feel like somebody feels that they lost their ability to follow a dream. Ooh. I don't feel like that's true. I don't feel like that's true at all. Displacement, yeah. Oh, caching came out too. Displacement and caching. What I'm getting is like, where did I put that? Where did you put your dreams? This is a part of the challenge, right? Ooh, this has been locked away. Okay. We got to turn away from the disappointment of those 3 of Cups. You stored your dreams somewhere here, right? But for whatever reason, maybe you did have to move with displacement. You were literally physically displaced. I just feel like you were pulled away from your original path. And I don't feel like that was without purpose. Like I said, this storm does not feel personal, but it's happening nonetheless. Okay, anything else on the challenge here, please, for Aquarius at this time? Resolving issues, solving inner conflict with others, healing past trauma. I feel like that's what's attached to this disappointment. The I'm sorry also. It's like you're beating yourself up for something. Whether or not it was valid, you know, you did something that hurt somebody else, own it and move forward. You know what I mean? This feels like, and I know this isn't for everybody, it feels like self-flagellating behavior. Stop beating yourself up. You have to give yourself permission to move forward. If you want to experience happiness again, be open to change, be receptive to new experiences. Change leads to growth. You can do it. You can do it. I'm going to end on, what do we want to do here? Starseed? No. A crow. Okay. Okay. Another crow, oracle card here, urban crow. To finish off your message here, please, for Aquarius. What else does Aquarius need to know at this time? Trickery. Hey, this looks very connected to the caching too. They're putting something in the earth there. Caching is all about saving something up for future. Trickery, they're hiding food or a treasure in the ground to prevent this other crow from grabbing it. The trickery here, I feel like there's this belief that's been constructed that you can only get what you want by doing things that are not authentic to you, or maybe like morally aligned, right? Because that's just how the world is, right? Well, no, I disagree. It can be if that's what we want to look for, but I don't feel like that's what needs to happen in order for you to get whatever this heart's desire, this wish is granted, okay? Seems like there's a bit of soul work and mental work that needs to happen. Some reframing, okay, of perspectives. Nothing that you can't handle, Aquarius. All right, I'm going to leave this message here. I hope that it has been helpful, Aquarius. I love you guys, and I'm grateful that you stopped by, okay? If you need some help with something a little bit more personal or individual to you, I do have personal readings open and available right now, and I may be able to squeeze another mentee into my mentorship program this month. If you're interested, application is in the description of the video, pinned comment as well. My website there, you can check out personal readings too. Please like, share, comment, let me know what's going on in your life, you guys. I do like to keep up, even though things aren't getting much busier, which I love to grow with you guys too. Thank you for joining me. I still like to keep up on what's going on with you guys, okay? So take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Be well.